Hey, what's going on, Carter? This is Gavin Kraft. We spoke earlier today on the phone in regards to sending over this video for you. So I'm just going to get right into it and show you three things that you can do today to help bring in more customers to your business. So I've found that a lot of times local business owners are so busy actually running their business that they don't really have the time to learn how the internet could really help them grow. And oftentimes, the only hesitation they have when it comes to working with someone is they just don't know who they can trust or who's actually an expert. So I've found that by giving business owners a simple free attack plan of real, actionable steps that they can take to grow their business often leads to many of those business owners reaching back out whenever they need help with their marketing. So if by the end of the video you've liked what you've heard and you can tell that I have a lot of tricks up my sleeve that can really help your business grow, just shoot me a message back and we can chat. Or if you'd rather just take this free attack plan and run with it yourself, that's totally fine too. All I'm asking from you is just some feedback on the video once you're all finished watching. All right, now let's jump into those three things that will set your company apart from the competition and not waste any more of your time or mine. All right, so the first thing I want to get into is content. So you guys need at least 1,500 words on your homepage to be optimized with Google. Now this looks like a newer website, so I went ahead and I copied all the content on your page and put in a word counter. And you guys are currently sitting at 48 words on that home page. Now, like I was mentioning earlier, having right around 1,500 words will allow Google to really optimize you so that you can start ranking up. Now, if we take a look at one of your competitors in Bountiful, so this is Sunset Tint. The reason I chose them is because I just searched car tint Bountiful and they were pulling up in the top spot in the organic search and the top spot for the Google Map Pack. So I thought it was fair to show you the main competitor that's currently sitting in your spot. So, after doing these tips and tricks, you will be sitting in this number one spot here. So just to get back into it, Sunset Tint, I went ahead and I copied all the content on their page. Now, I put it in a word counter as well, and they're sitting at 329 words. So, like I was saying earlier, that's a very beatable number, and Google is really looking for 1,500 words for real optimization. Now, it's important to note that including quality keywords throughout your content will really help Google understand exactly what your page is all about. So, when those keywords match for what people are actually searching for, your page becomes more relevant, which means higher rankings, more clicks, and ultimately more customers finding you instead of your competitors. Now, if you take a look at this resource I've got over here called Ahrefs, you can see that I've got your URL in here. Now it's showing within your 48 words of content, you guys have 0 keywords, and since you don't have any keywords, no additional traffic is getting drawn into your website. But if we look at the competitors over here, they have 19 organic keywords, but their 19 keywords are bringing in an additional 8 clicks to their website. Now that doesn't look like a lot, but it's enough to hold down that top spot. So this is a very beatable number right over here. So what you can do is click on their organic keywords and you can see exactly which ones they're ranking for. So what you can do is look for all the ones that are relatable to the services that you offer or relatable to the content that's going to be showed on your home page. And then you want to find the keywords with a high search volume and a low KD score, because those lower KD scores will allow you to rank those words up easier, just so it takes less time to become optimized and start ranking up to that top spot. So gist of this all is having 1,500 words of content, finding these relative keywords so Google knows who to send over to your site, high search volume, low KD score will be prime time for your new content that you should be putting on your page. Now that leads me to my second point, which is citations. So what citations are is pretty much your name, address, and phone number. And usually it's found right down here on the bottom in the footer of your website. But yeah, your name, address, and phone number, anywhere that can be found online, Google takes that into account and classifies that as a citation. And when you have more citations, Google ranks you higher in this Google Map Pack here. So as you can see, Sun Tint and Accessories, they obviously had the most citations, which is why they're holding down the top spot in this Google Map Pack. Now, I'm not going to talk about this spot because that's a sponsored ad, and they're paying to be in the top spot. So, if you're interested in doing that, we can definitely talk more about that. But for the sake of this video, we're talking about all organic searches. So, as you can see, citations, number one spot here. I've got a local citation finder. I put your business in here. and it's pulling up that you have 0 citations found. So I personally like to get right around 100 to 200 of these citation sources so that you can just dominate this top spot here. And a great spot to start with sources are social medias. You know, getting Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, X, getting as many social medias as you can is a great way to get that little foundation for your citation sources. All right, so that leads me to my third point, which is backlinks. So in simple terms, what a backlink is, it's when site A is giving credibility to site B. So say, for example, there was a credible blog in Bountiful that did tint reviews, and they just happened to mention Mountain Tint. Now, the credibility that their website has is now being transferred over to your website. Google sees that, recognizes it, and it's now giving you their authority to rank up higher and higher in that organic search. Now, it's important to note that not all backlinks are created the same. Say Pizza Hut wrote an article about Mountain Tint. Yeah, that would be a backlink, but it wouldn't really be a relevant backlink because, you know, you're not slinging pizzas, you know, you're putting tint on different people's cars or windows. So the moral of the story, having quality backlinks is a lot more important than the quantity of backlinks that you go out and get. Now, if you take a look in Ahrefs here, you can see that you have 12 backlinks, and 11 of those are the authoritative backlinks giving you that power. We take a look at the competitor. They have 208 backlinks, but only 97 of those are actually giving them that authority to rank up. So what you can do in this case is click right here, and you can see all of the directories that they have their business listed in. And you can go through and register your business in all these same directories and acquire the same 97 that they have. Again, I don't like to stop there. Getting 100 to 200 of these will really set you apart from the competition so that you can dominate in all three of these categories that I was talking about. So just to wrap everything up, number one, we talked about content, having at least 1,500 words on your homepage and including those quality keywords throughout so Google knows who to send over to your website. Number two, citations, having 100 to 200 of these citations so you can sit here in the top spot for the Google Map Pack. Great way to start is all these social media bases down here. And number three, backlinks. You just need more relevant sites pointing at you guys to show Google that you have the authority to start ranking up to those number one positions to overtake your competitors. So you might be wondering, well, what now? So you've got two options. You can either take everything I showed you today and start applying these strategies yourself. And honestly, that'd be awesome. You could possibly start seeing your business climb towards that number one spot in Google starting today. You know, but if you'd rather take the faster route and allow yourself to stay focused on your business and save yourself the time, I'd love to chat with you one-on-one, you know, just to answer any questions you might have and get to know you and your business goals a little bit better. That way I can get a more clear idea of the results you can realistically expect and put together a more detailed plan for your future growth. So you can reach me at 435-640-5329. Once again, my name's Gavin Kraft, and I really look forward to hearing back from you, Carter. Have a great rest of your day.